A very good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all our young artists and creators. We are beyond excited to launch the FUNtabulous Summer Camp 2025, brought to you by S. Publishing. This year, we are back with another exciting lineup of sessions that will spark your curiosity and help you create magic with your own hands. But before we dive into our first activity, let's watch the summer camp promo. Great. So before we move ahead with in the introduction of our mentor today, we have a small surprise for all of you. One lucky winner from this session will get a chance to win Amazon voucher up to 1000 rupees. To enter in this particular contest, you have to simply upload your artwork on Instagram, tag us in the story, which is at the rate Eschant Group. You can also scan the QR code which is there on your screen and you can follow us on Instagram. Please make sure that all the submissions which we'll have from this session will accept it till June 17th by 12 p.m. So make sure that you are entering your submission before time. Now let's move ahead. So before you follow us on Instagram, also make sure you are registering yourself because that is also important part of the eligibility. And now let's move ahead with our session. We have Miss Aarushi Chowdhry with us, a talented visual artist and a calligrapher. She'll guide us through the watercolor, nature in watercolor session. Miss Aarushi, over to you, ma'am. Ma'am, you're on mute.
Yeah, hi children. Good morning. I welcome you in a very, very exciting session of watercolors. I hope you all can see all the things we require for the
Ma'am,
session.
really sorry to interrupt you in between, but your voice is very low. It's not
Okay,
very clearly audible.
okay. Just give me a minute.
Sure, ma'am.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm audible now?
No, ma'am, it's still very
Very good.
inaudible, I would say.
Okay.
Can you try
Mhm.
using a headset or
Yeah,
something?
I am already using earbuds.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I speak a little louder now?
Yes, yes,
Is that
that.
okay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hi, good morning, children. Can you all hear me now? Is that fine now? The voice? Yes. Hi, good morning, children. Can you all hear me? Akriti, I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes. Okay.
Chat is also open for all the participants. You can
Okay.
interact with the help of chat box.
Okay. Right. Can we start with the session today? So, here, children, are you all ready for the exciting session today? So, here are the things which we require for the session. See, a watercolor palette. So, we need a watercolor palette, and this is the best one which I love to use while my watercolor sessions. We need a small spray bottle, spray bottle. We need 2 jars of clean water. We need some brushes. We need a tissue or a rough cloth. And we need watercolor sheets. These are the watercolor sheets which are specially made for the watercolors. It is very, very difficult to do watercolors on a normal sheet or a chart paper. So there are watercolor sheets available in the market. So you all can go and mention you need watercolor and you will get these. So let's start with the session today. Today we are going to learn how many types of watercolor paintings we can actually do. So let's start with the first type of watercolor technique that's called wet on wet technique. So what does this word tells you? Wet on wet means water base is developed for the watercolors. Okay. So wet means we are going to make the base a little watery first, and then we are going to apply watercolors on that. So for the step 1, we are going to spray a little water on the color. See how I do this? Right? So this spray of water will prepare the palette or hydrate the colors a little so that it becomes easy to apply
them on the sheet. So I'll start with method 1. Wet on wet. For that, I'm going to take one sheet, a small sheet, and I'll spray a little water here too. See how I do it. The sheet is enough moist to prepare for the watercolors. Fine. See, now the second step is that I'm going to take a little color in the palette first, not directly on the sheet. See, like this. It is very, very necessary to take the watercolors in the palette first. And then we pick the color from the palette to the sheet. See? How the color moves on the sheet. This is a very, very common and very, very basic method of watercoloring. The water and the watercolor mix. So this is how we suspend watercolors in a wet sheet of watercolors. And this is the effect it comes when it comes to the base development. See, this is how we do watercoloring. Technique 1. Wet on wet technique. I'll move ahead with the technique 2. Salt technique. So for that, we will be needing a normal salt, which is available in our kitchens. See. So I'll change the sheet now and take another sheet for the technique 2. Yeah. Now, same method, technique 1 is applied first. Okay. So you all know now what I'm going to do. I'm going to spray a little water here on the sheet and make the sheet wet. See, can you see the water here? And then for the salt technique, we should not be taking very light shade. We will be taking a little darker on screen so that you all can see that. Okay. So any dark shade like blue or purple or red. So I'm taking blue and just making it a little more watery. And then I'm going to suspend this on the sheet. See? Okay. Next. And we are going to spread this enough. And we will not let it dry. We don't want a dry sheet. We want a wet sheet here. Step 2, I'm going to drop a pinch of salt here. See? On the wet sheet. See how it creates a texture, a salt technique. This is how it looks. Now we will let it dry first. So if you are in a hurry, you can use hair dryer or a normal fan or AC. So for this session, I'm going to keep it aside for 2 minutes and then we'll see this in 5 more minutes. Okay. Right? So see. See, and you all can show me your work now. We have already done 2 techniques. And today there will be a winner who uploads their work on our S-Chance Instagram account. There's a gift voucher of 1,000. So it is very, very good today to learn few very, very informative techniques of watercoloring. So here we have done 2 techniques. One was a normal wet on wet technique and the second is a salt technique. So I'm giving this a little more time to dry so that I can show you the right texture which is developed. So I'll keep this aside for a minute. Please switch on your camera so that I can see your work, please. So let's come on the third technique, which is called dry base and a wet coloring. Okay. So wet on the dry surface. So let's start. We are not going to make the base wet here. The base remains dry. So let's see how watercolor behaves when we apply it on the dry base. So let's take any shade, whatever shade is nice, like green. Okay. So I'm going to take green shade. If the colors are dry, you can spray water, a little water again here. See how I do? It is very, very necessary to keep the colors moist. Okay. So see. See, when we apply this on a dry sheet, it doesn't move. So what we need to do to make it more flexible and more to give more tones, right? So what we are going to do, I'm going to just mix it, make the brush little wet, and then just mix it like this. This is what is actually done to create shadings. See? So technique number 3. wet on dry surface. Please show me your works, please, today. Can you switch on your cameras? So who's going to tell me what techniques we have learned until now? Raise your hands and let me know what all techniques we have learned until now. So, okay. Let me tell you once again. So the first technique we learned was wet on wet technique. Second technique we learned was salt technique. And third, wet on dry base. Yes, this is what we have learned until now. Oh, wow. Pihu Jain, wow. The only thing you require is a watercolor sheet. You're doing it on the normal sheet right now, right? So, for the next time, whenever you apply or you're going to upload your picture, ask your mom and dad to bring a watercolor sheet so that you can, upload a good work so that you can win the competition today. Yes, here. 3 techniques here. So let's come on the fourth technique now. Fourth technique. Very, very interesting technique. I'll take a new sample here. And for this, we will be needing a dry brush and a wet brush. For this also, we are going to apply wet on wet technique first. See. Sorry, I need to make the sheet wet first. And then apply some color here. See. See how the color is suspended and moves here. See? See how movable it is because it is there on wet sheet. So the next step is see how we do. We just take a dry brush and see, we pick up little colors and create a texture here. See? So we create bubbles here. See? These techniques are really very, very useful when you make certain paintings and you make certain cards for your teachers or your parents, or you still want to, create some good paintings for your home, right? So these techniques are taught so that you all can make various paintings, mixing all them together. Okay. So this was the fifth technique, fourth technique, sorry. So I just picked this, the first one. No, sorry, the third one, the salt technique. And just remove the salt from here. See how the texture is created? Can you all see this? Just rub the salt away and see how this texture is created with the help of salt. In the same way, we can also, apply a little vinegar or alcohol to create various textures. So we have done 4 techniques. See? Wet on wet technique, salt technique, wet on dry, and bubble technique. So let's move on the fourth technique. I'm sure you are all enjoying the process today. And we are coming on the last technique now. After that, we are going to make one very nice painting. Okay. So take a new paper and I'll just let you know how we do it. For this, we need a little, plastic sheet. We need a plastic wrap, any piece of plastic. Okay. If you have a sheet, big sheet, you need a big plastic wrap. And if you have a small sheet, you need a small wrap. Okay. Now, in the same way, like the first technique, wet on wet, exactly same we are going to do the. So we'll make the sheet wet again. And apply color here. See. So the basic and very important technique is wet on wet technique, through which we can create various techniques here in watercoloring. See, okay. Now we need to keep it wet and we should not allow it to dry. So the next step is that we apply this. See? Can you see the texture it is creating? So we'll give it more time to dry. So we'll keep this aside for 2-4 minutes and then you remove the wrap from this. So here I'll repeat. Every child should upload their good work today on the Instagram account of S Chance, and you can win amazing gift vouchers. So here, see, 5 techniques. I'll just show you this. So it's still wet. So we'll give it a little more time and keep it aside. So through the end of the session, I'm going to show you this, how the texture is created. So can you all show me your works, please? Switch on your cameras and show me your work. Oh wow, Pihu is going great today. Switch on your cameras, please. I would love to see your works. Some children have raised their hands so they can, just show me their works. If any queries you have regarding this session, you can ask me in the chat box. So let's start with the painting, right? So I'm going to start with the painting, and every child should follow the instructions and do it with me itself, right? And this painting you're going to upload on the Instagram account of S Chance so that you can win prizes. Yeah. So let's start. I will go a little slow so that you all can also do it with me. For this, we will be needing a fresh brush, as I said, a tissue or a rough cloth. We don't need this salt now, so I'll keep this aside. We need always, like if for watercolors, we always need 2 jars of water so that we can wash our brush here, and for the painting, we can use the fresh water. Okay. So here, when the base is still dry, what we need to do? So we'll pick up the fresh water with the help of the brush. See, and we'll play with them a little. How? See, I'll let you know. We are going to create watercolor dots here. See? Can you all see the dots? 1 minute. I'll just show you. See how we need to create the dots. See, I'm creating dots here in a circle. I'll create a small circle with the help of dots. So we need to go a little fast with watercolors. Here, because I'm teaching you all, so I can't go really fast. Okay. So I'm adding little more water so that it doesn't get dry. See, so I've created a circle, if you can see this, with the dots. बाहर छोड़ सकते हो थोड़ी देर? बाहर छोड़ सकते हो? So I'm taking yellow color now here and adding on the dots. See? See how I'm adding it on the dots. But we are not going to add everywhere this shade. We are going to add 2, 3 more shades here. So I'm washing the brush in the dirty one and rest I'm going to use the fresh water. Now the second step is बता नहीं रही है सबसे. See, if your dots are still dry, then I'm going to add more water here. See, see, with a very too much of a light, pressure. Now I'm trying to spread this a little bit with a dry brush, not too wet and not too dry. See how easily I'm just dabbing it on the watercolor just to spread it a bit. You can add little more orange here with the yellow to make it look little prettier. Now here I'm telling you, we are creating a flower. See how pretty it looks. See, I'll give a closer view. And for the blue one, I'm going to spread it a little more. So I've not taken more water here, just spreading the one which is already there on the sheet. Now I'll take a little darker watercolor, blue here, and spread it here. See how pretty it looks. Wow. See, I'm just dabbing it here, just dabbing. And to make it more exciting, if the salt is still available there, you can add salt over to give a beautiful technique on this flower also. Very, very feathery touch, very light touch you need to give it on this. So I'll just give a closer view here. See, if you don't want to add blue, you can add pink, you can add another shade. So no boundaries for that. Use your own imagination. See, it looks like a cloud of beautiful shades here. If time is left, we are going to, work on one more, picture. So we are going to learn a flower and a little scenery. So we'll go a little more fast. And for this, we will be also needing a pen now, black pen. So ask your moms, your sisters, your siblings to bring in a black thin pen for you. So black pen, thin black pen, is very important for watercoloring. For the completion of the picture, we normally need black pens. Okay, so yeah, now my picture is enough. Yeah, Himaksh Taneja, that's going good. Very nice. Ira, yeah, that's a very, very good effort. Yes, I'm sure you're going to win. Yes, so beautiful works today. I'm so impressed. So here, Priya Rohatgi, you are taking too much of colors, beta. Yeah, take less color. More water, less color. So this is one very, very good reason we call it watercoloring. Otherwise, colors are always same, poster colors, and children usually ask me, what is the difference between poster colors and watercolors? In poster colors, we use loads of color. And in watercolors, we use more of waters and less colors. This palette is going to work for you for years. If you buy one watercolor palette, you can do millions of, paintings with these. So very less color is applied. That's the reason we take watercolors in the palette first. Okay. So here it is. Take a thin brush and take a orange color. Take orange color and make the center of the flower. See? Right. And with the help of thin brush or a sketch pen also, if it becomes difficult for you, So we'll add small raise here, which serves as a center of the flower. See, this is the way it should look. You can also use an orange sketch pen here. Okay. Now take little orange more and add dots here in the center. See, you can also add a stem with the help of brush pen. Like this. See, it looks like this. Fine. So to finish this, we are going to add beautiful drawing in the middle. See, what I need to do is take a black pen and make the center like this. See, okay. Fine. So then I'm going to add see, the pen should be really thin, not very thick. See how pretty it looks. It is not necessary that the line should be very equal. Okay. So lines can be uneven here. See, take a closer view. See, very, very simple and elegant watercolor painting. I would love to see everybody's painting if it is finished. Once everybody shows me, then we are going to go on the different and a very interesting painting. One more painting, okay? Aha. Wow. That's going out nice. Going out nice, Ira. That's nice. Vedahi. Nice, beta. Very good. Oh, ho. Himaksh. Very nice. It looks nice on screen. Pihu. Going great. Oh, Dhwani. Reet. Azra Iman. Wow. Very nice. Switch on your cameras so that I can see your works, please. Children who are showing me are really very, very good. Wow, I'm loving them. So, here today we are also announcing a winner after they upload their paintings on Instagram as chance. Wow, Rakshita Roy, going good. So, Advik Sharma, Ashvika, Rama, Tanmay, please switch on your cameras. I would love to see your beautiful faces, babies. Rakshita, you've done very, very nice. So here, I'll go on second painting. Before that, I'll show you some of the works which can be done with the help of watercolor. See, Genius. Who was Genius? I saw her. Oh, yes. That looks beautiful. Genius Devi. Yes, nice. Very good work. See, this is what we can do with the help of watercolors here. See, watercolor paintings. So, Vedahi, can you show me your work, please? Oh, yes, I saw that. Yes, nice. You have a great hand. Rama, बहुत प्यार से कर रही है बहुत देर से एंड अच्छा काम कर रही है गुड वेरी नाइस चलो let's take another new sheet now. Yes, new sheet. Little new water also will work. Right. So fine. So here, what we need to do for this? Very, very interesting work. Fine. So we'll again take the palette. Fine. So we need a palette, and for every time use, we need a tissues. A clean water, and a small bowl. Okay. And of course, we need brushes. Okay. So what we need to do for this? Fine. So we are going to take pink color, pink or red, whatever suits you best. Okay. So here, chalo, let's take blue shade. Okay. So again, we need to moist the color first and take a little color here on the palette. Not little, a little more. This time. Fine. So taken this color here. Right. So and we add little water here. We can even spray it here. See? So it should be movable. And we can drop it. Drop it where? Drop it on the sheet, okay? So let's moist the sheet also. See, I've moistened the sheet and just spreading the water here on the sheet. Fine. So the next step is how we drop this color here. See? And look at the movement. It's moving by itself. See? Yeah? So this is the best part of watercolors. How they move. Now, the next step, very interesting next step. But before that, we will be needing tissues to wipe our hands. Fine. So what I do is I take my, fingertips and just and add a little more color here and just spread it. And wipe your hands now. The next step is that we will allow this to mix by itself. Wherever you feel there is more color or water, you can Take a dry brush and pick it up. See how I'm picking the water, extra water. See? Wow. So now we let it dry and give 2-3 minutes to dry it. So meanwhile, this was the texture which we developed, the fifth kinds. See, ये वाला किया था वही. See, this is the texture which is developed here. And we can, write kuch bhi on this. Right. We'll give it time to dry. Meanwhile, I'll just show you what is the use of these, the techniques which we learned in the first part of the color, the watercolor session. So, this. So, what we can do with this? And are these waste? No. We can add beautiful notes here, like see, see how interesting it looks? See, God is great. You can write, and you can even make cards out of them, short notes out of them, everything. So, this is how we can use these techniques and use it for our projects, for our drawing competitions, for various things. See, now I think this is dry enough. So, what we are going to do next? The next step. So, we are working with the tints and tones only. So, means I'm going to use only blue shade for this. Now, for this technique, we are going to go from light shade to the dark shade. Okay. So, this is the lightmost and a little darker tone than this we are going to apply on this. Okay. So, see how I'm going to make small mountains here. So, I'm going to take a blue shade here. Just give me a minute. See, here with a very, very light hand, I'm going to make mountains here. See, this is the lightmost shade. See, it's a freehand drawing. Okay. You don't require any base or any, very, very light hand for this. Just spread it a little. Fine. So let it dry again. And then what we need to do, take the same color and apply as a second range of hills here. See? Now we are going to let it dry a little more. Okay. And we are going to make another third range of mountains here, which will be a little more darker. Okay. So we can take a darker shade too, like we have this here in the palette. Okay. See, very, very, very lightly just make a fourth layer of the mountains and then spread it with the help of water. Until now, you should be learning that how watercolor behaves. You just don't need to add more colors here. Very, very light pressure and with a very light feather touch, just make the fourth range here. See how pretty it looks on camera. And then see how pretty it looks. For now to finish this, we are going to apply little, black color trees here so that it looks more interesting. You can also take a pen, black pen, so that it is not difficult for you all to make trees. Fine. So I'm taking a pen here and with a very, very rough hand, see, I've taken a brush pen and I'm adding trees here. No proper structure we need for the tree. It should just give an illusion that there are plants and trees here. See, now I need a white shade for the finishing touches. See how I do that? Just take a clean water to use white color because it's very, very easy for white to, get mixed up with other shades. So I'm taking very solid white color and making a moon here. Can you all see this moon? I hope your pictures are ready for the competition today. And I'm going to splatter a little color here. See how? Can you all see this white dots? Oh. See, by mistake, I dropped one white here, but still, if the tissue is, always nearby, you can always use it to soak the extra color. See, this is how we finish it. Let it dry a bit, and then you can show it to me. We are towards the end of the workshop. See how it looks. You can also make moon with the help of a poster color if the watercolor isn't, staying out there. See, this is how I do. I've taken a little poster shade because it has a thick medium and stays like this. Fine. So this is how we finish this. And now I'm ready to see your pictures and your drawings, please. So you can switch on your cameras again to show me your beautiful pictures of watercolors. Here, what we learned, the techniques. So this is how we learned two techniques today. A flower and a scenery. So here, see. Can you all show me your paintings and drawings which are ready to upload? Switch on your cameras, children, and let me know. So yes, switch on your cameras and please show me your work. I'm here to check a little bit, and then you will be uploading your paintings and drawings on the Instagram account of S. Chan, please, and win various prizes. Dhwani. Yes, that's going out nice. Practice a little more. Ira. Yes, that's a good effort. Very nice. Genius. Yes, Pihu Jain. Wow. Azra Iman. Wonderful work. Rama. You've learned the technique. Yes, I'm sure. Wow. Tanmay Goyal. Rakshita Roy. Wow. Good, good. Wow. Who's going to win the prize today? Yes. Let me see who is more confident. Chalo, that's a surprise. And I see you all tomorrow for the another exciting clay art tomorrow. So I hope you all enjoyed today and learned little bit, not much, but little bit in the workshop. And I hope you all practice this and enjoy your summer vacations by doing little bit of paintings with the help of watercolors. It's not only a painting, it's a therapy and it releases all your tensions and stress. So keep working with the watercolors. Jaya Nishad, yes, good work. Advika Sharma, good work. Wow, I'm very happy. Thank you, children. See you tomorrow. Yes.
Thank you so much, Aarushi ma'am. It was a wonderful session that we had. To all the participants, we have dropped in the chat box our Instagram handle as well. On your screen, there is a QR code that you can scan in order to follow Eschan Group on Instagram. Just a reminder, one lucky winner from this session will receive an Amazon voucher of 1,000 rupees for the artwork that they will upload on Instagram. So one lucky winner whose artwork is I would say the best, will reward them with the Amazon voucher. So make sure you are uploading your submissions for this session by 17th, 12 p.m. on Instagram and tag Esran. Do not forget to tag us. Okay. Now, to wrap up this session, we'll meet you again at 12 p.m. today for another session, which is on Origami Galaxy by Ms. Sonali Verma. So make sure that you are joining in for the another session as well, because we will be having some more exciting surprises for you in that session as well. So thank you, everyone. Make sure to tag us on the Instagram to upload your submissions. I'll see you at 12 p.m. Thank you.